Hey everybody, Joe Misfit Glenn here. Welcome to A Minute with some Misfits. How are we doing today, everyone? Get over here to the comments, see what we got on this fine Tuesday. Facebook user. Give me a second. Could be my connection. Hello. Just waiting on this to click in. Oh, well, geez, that is my lovely bride. Now, I'm not seeing that first one. Welcome, honey. Claude, Danny. Let me get over some of these other sites and see who this is. Michael Willard. Welcome, Michael. All right. How's everybody doing this evening? Hey, Tommy. Welcome. I had a great day. It was like 75 here today. Sun was beautiful. Light breeze. All right, we'll give it a few minutes to let some folks come on in, okay? All right. What we got? Clyde. Oh, yeah. That sucks. Where are you at, Michael? Oh, wrong one. Go in here so I can watch it. What's up, brother Eric? How you doing, man? Yeah, I think Claude and Eric might be some other folks, but for that waffle or the raffle, it's a raffle. I don't know why they even came up with waffle. What's up, Dirk? He's got to do it tomorrow. If you guys didn't see the post, he got some new medication and it's kicking his ass, and so he's gonna have to take a break and do it tomorrow. And so he'll say the winners tomorrow. Okay. Good evening. Good evening. Let me see who we got there. I feel like that's Patriots helping vets. It's not. I'm with Chubbies. Negative. What about Australia? I'm sure he will be, man. It's got to be Australia then. Nope. Well, shit, I don't know then. We'll just stay here. Oh, well, that's Joe Schoener. That's the man, the myth, the legend. Joe, you know you got to give StreamYard permission. Actually, I can see it right here on the page, and so it's not you. It's got to be me. Hey, what's up, Colin? Welcome. Oh, Colleen Purvis. Welcome. Beautiful. You get a hold of Lori sometime, Colleen. We'll get you squared right away. Okay? All right. So tonight, guys, we're going to be starting to talk about growing, all right? Because it's about that time of the year. At least here in Oklahoma, we're going to have probably a month earlier than normal April 15th planting, of your gardening and stuff like that. We're going to be doing it probably somewhere March 15th to April 1st-ish. That's what I'm guessing. So I figured with that in mind, we're going to start talking about seeds. We're going to concentrate on cannabis for now, but if you guys have a question on gardening seeds, then we'll try to touch on that too, okay? But we're going to stick with cannabis because I know a lot of people are wanting to get their seeds outside, but except for the Australian folks. I got you in mind, man. I understand. These guys are midsummer, and so it's kind of weird to deal with that for us anyway. But anyway, so we're going to go over some seeds. how to pick your strain for your medicine, right? What's up, Peter? So we're going to talk about picking the strain that you want, depending on what kind of medical condition you may have or what you're trying to help with, okay? Whether it be depression, anxiety, pain, tension, or the host of the real serious ones that, they use the FICOs for and stuff like that, okay? So let's see what we got going on. Welcome, Australia. Welcome. Oh, okay. What's Eric saying? Pop 2 Cs today, Maui, Wowie, and Northern Lights. Pop AK-47 Auto 2. Ooh, bonsai. Okay, now you're talking my language. Beautiful. I have, matter of fact, I'm going to be transplanting 2 Maui Wowies tonight. So good on you. Okay. So the first little bit, we're going to just be talking about picking our strains. Okay. You know what? As a matter of fact, Colleen, what kind of medical condition do you think that you would be treating if you were to consume cannabis? If you could give me just one little medical condition, I'll try to work through that and tell you what strain I would use for it. Right. And now understand that everybody's different. Okay. And so for me, I use heavy indicas, right? And so that slows you down, relaxes you pretty heavy. A lot of people don't like it because they say indica means in the couch, right? So you just sit down and don't do anything. You're not productive all day. For me, it slows me down enough. Got you, Colleen. I see it. So this is good. I got you for this one because I deal with this a lot. But anyway, so some people, sativas will be good for anxieties. They say it in the write-ups about what sativas help for is anxiety and stuff. It works absolutely opposite for me. If I smoke a sativa, a high sativa, like 80% or better sativa, I'm going to have a bad day. I'm running around like I was on crack or something. Not that I know what I would do on crack. However, that's what I would imagine. Okay. So for me, I go with the indica side. If you're looking for something during the day, just to relax your muscles or your anxieties, but still keep your head focused into what your job is, whatever you're doing, I would go with a hybrid. So that'd be a 50-50 right down the middle, indica and sativa. All right. Hybrids are a real big thing right now. People are breeding everything together, and we have a lot of these hybrids, and you can get them anywhere from 80% to 50%, right? I think anything above that starts getting into heirlooms, if I'm not mistaken, but either way. Okay, so with that being said, with Colleen, she's got anxiety. And so usually with anxiety, we're all over the place, right? Our heart's beating heavy, our chest is really tight. Our mind is just, like I said, everywhere. That is where indicas come in for me. And so for me, the reason the indicas work is because they have terpenes and the flavonoids and all these other things that make up the particular strains. That's also what helps you. Okay. So for instance, Colleen, terpenes in a cannabis plant. When you smell cannabis, that's the terpene. When you taste cannabis, I don't know if you have, but if you taste it, that's also the terpenes. All right. And I write stuff down because my brain doesn't hold this stuff in. So this is how I remember things. But the terpenes play a crucial role in the cannabis experience. Terpenes are essential oils responsible for the smells and tastes of cannabis. And when they interact with the cannabinoids, right, and other compounds, they create synergy, right? And that's just, everything is beautiful, right? Synergy, enhancing the results. And there's well over 100 different terpenes found in foods, right? Like, for instance, I believe it's carotene. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so pepper, black pepper, that's carotene. The smells and the taste, that is carotene. And this is also in cannabis, okay? You have basil, right? That's like myrcene. Myrcene is a big one for terpenes. It helps me chill out. And I'll tell you what it says. So myrcene is the most abundant terpene found in cannabis. So it's in, mostly in everything. It's got an earthy aroma flavor, sweet basil, parsley, or hops, right? So you can get the gist of where that smell is, right? It's analgesic, so it's good for the pain, right? and it's sedative, right? So it'll relax your head, right? Me, if I'm thinking about 12 different things and I need to focus on one, maybe two, I'll go, take a couple of pops. It relaxes my head, and I can get back to business and do it to the best of my ability. Okay, so that's what I go with. And so when myrcene, I don't know if anybody's ever smelled the cat piss smell, like it smells like cat piss. Myrcene is mixed with other terpenes. So other terpenes have mixed together and they create that cat piss smell. So there you go. Another one I look for is pinene or alpha pinene. It's anti-inflammatory. It's a bronchodilator. A bronchodilator. In our lungs, we have bronchial. Looks like little grape clusters. All right. Those grape clusters attach or grab the oxygen out of your lungs and then send it to your blood. All right. Sometimes it gets clogged up with and tightened up when we're having like muscle spasms up in there. If you're a smoker of cigarettes or have had lung issues from burning pits or whatnot, cannabis will actually dilate that so you grab more oxygen. What's up, Jeremy? Welcome. Yes, lots of plants have cannabinoids and flavonoids. Lots of them do. Okay. Fruits, seriously, citrus, you smell that citrus smell? Those are the terpenes. The flavonoids are responsible for colors mostly. Okay. So when you have the fade in your trees during the fall, those are your flavonoids changing. I know a little bit more than that, but I can't dredge it up out of my head. Where's Joe Schroner? Joe, what is the name of what the plants do to degrade their flavonoids and turn them to colors? Thanks, Jeremy. Appreciate you, man. I had the little lady do me up just right. What's up, Granny? Welcome. Glad to see you. Cool. Okay, so back to what I was doing. So pinene, bronchodilator, I explained that, right? So it helps you breathe better. A lot of people will argue about that, but that's a fact, okay? It's scientifically proven, all right? It's pain reliever, and that's for anxiety too, Colleen, okay? So when you're looking for a cannabis strain, you want to make sure that it has pinene in it. I'm not sure how up there where you're at, how they do in dispensaries or whatnot or anything like that. If I'm not mistaken, they don't have much information, but that's what I'm for. Okay. So get a hold of me. All right. Okay. So pinene, don't forget that. And there's also a beta pinene, but pinene inhibits viral activity too in the lungs, which helps with lung infections and asthma. So if you have asthma, which is one of those things I was trying to think of before, if you have asthma, which I have stress-induced asthma. So if I'm running, which I don't run anymore, but if I do something real, strenuous, I will have trouble breathing. I'm kind of predisposed to COPD, believe it or not. So pinene, myrcene, and then carafilene, which carafilene is known as the pepper terpene. All right. It's warm. I don't know what that sounds or smells like, but it says it's warm, woody, spicy, like rosemary or a regular basil, not sweet basil, and cinnamon. Okay. So it smells like black pepper and cloves. Jake, I don't anymore. I haven't had to do anything like that. I do have an inhaler for when the humidity's real high here, or maybe the air is pretty bad, just blowing through, which every now and again it happens. But the humidity's always high here. When that happens, I just take a pop or two, and then that's all I need for the day. Unless I get some really kick-ass weed, then may have to hit that inhaler a little more. What's up, man? What's up, Ben? I see you as Facebook user on the computer, but I see your name over here on my phone. So cool. So Colleen, myrcene, pinene, carafilene. All right. And so with that being said, for you, I would be looking for a strain called Mama Mia, but you're not going to find it. What's up, Luke? Everybody, Luke wasn't able to make it tonight. He got stuck in traffic, man. So he's here with us though. And so he just can't be seen today. You're going to have to look at my ugly mug. But yeah, okay. So Colleen, the reason I said Mamma Mia, because it's my strain, and that's exactly what she carries, and that's exactly what I use it for, is for my anxieties and stuff. However, you can find many indica style strains. Somebody might be able to throw one out here. Guys in here that are fluent in your anxiety treatments, what's a really badass strain that you've grown and used for medicine that we could share with Colleen? What's up, Facebook user? No worries, Luke. All right. Okay. So anyway, you guys got any strains, man? Let me know. Okay, and so those were just 3 terpenes that you guys would want to be looking up. You could Google cannabis terpenes, and they'll give you the whole thing, okay? Valium. Now, that doesn't seem right, Joe. That's not the word I'm looking for, but I'll put it up there. I was asking about there's a process that the plants go through in changing their colors, the degradation of their flavonoids. That was, if that's it, then that's it. What's up, Andrew? Okay, here we go. So Blue Dream. That's like a lot of people, it's been around for a long time. A lot of people love Blue Dream. I don't mind it. It's pretty good. Blue Dream would be more along the lines of a 50-50. Am I right? I could be wrong on that. Square me away, guys, with the dominance of that. Okay. So here, Jake's saying I'm going to be opposite of what helps most people because of ADHD shit. Okay. And I imagine that means optimism. Gotcha. So, okay. So once again, Colleen and anybody else that didn't know, it does work differently for people. And so what's up, Lindsay? I would suggest going with just a higher indica to start, like an 80-20, style indica dominant. Just go with an indica dominant strain and go with that. Just see how it works for you. What's up, Max? Okay, so Northern Lights, he's saying, is a 90% indica hybrid. Really works well for me, pain and sleeping. Nice to know, brother. Gotcha. Oh, okay. Max, I don't know which one you were on, bro. Sorry about that. The hell's 5950, Big Joe? I think 50-50 is what he meant to say. That's the Blue Dreams 50-50. Right. I think that's what he meant. Cool. Okay. So I've went through a little bit of a process of picking my seed. Now, individually, you'd want to be doing that because you guys really got to sit down and think about what you want to help and how you usually treat things. Like I said, if you don't know anything about cannabis, start light, all right, and possibly go with a hybrid 50-50. That's right in the middle. See where it takes you. And then maybe go 60-40s each way and then 70-30s each way. Just try it out. It's kind of fun doing that stuff, learning, and you get to feel really good in the process. I'm only getting one, Jake. And hey, Jake, I didn't say hey to you, man. My bad. Okay. Max talking shit. What? I can't believe that. Okay. So let me just name off a couple of other terpenes. Oh, shit. Here's a really important thing about terpenes too. So up in our head, we have this fluid that goes in between our skull and our brain. It's called a blood-brain barrier, okay? THC helps get your stuff through that blood-brain barrier into your brain, and that's why you get high. So the THC is doing that for you. Anyway, fun fact for you. Okay. And also, there's another fun fact. There are over 20 different flavonoids in cannabis. And so that would basically mean that there should be 20 different colors available. All right? Anybody got anything else on that? Okay. There's so many of them. Carefully. All right, we got linalool. All right, and that's floral, like lavender type stuff. Um, it's one of there's a major terpenes and then there's minor terpenes. This is one of the minors, but it's powerful, really powerful terpene due to its effect on the serotonin receptors in our brain. All right. This is also good for anxiety, depression, insomnia, cancer, also lung damage from tobacco. This will help heal you and help dilate your bronchioles, right? And it reverses Alzheimer's. There are studies that are proving that linalool helps in reversing Alzheimer's along with other terpenes. Limonene. I don't know if I can say that with accent or what, but limonene. That's citrus, clearly like lemon, right? Orange, lemon. And this is more of an energizing terpene, okay? Mood enhancer. Treats ADHD for Jake there, right? So look for that limonene, man. Chronic fatigue syndrome and depression, all right? Let's see. Combined with beta-carotene and pinene, you get enhanced effects that are uplifting. So if you add pinene and the beta-carotene to your limonene, that's where you're going to be getting in the effects. And so it would go to show that in sativa strains, it's probably high in all three of those together. Yeah? Makes sense? Hell yeah. There it is. Limonene. Mm-hmm. Okay. Humulene. Okay. Bear with me. It's a monocyclic sesquiterpene. Monocyclic sesquiterpene. It's like piney, hops, sage, ginger, that kind of a smell. This is an appetite suppressant. It's also analgesic, which is for pain. It's good for weight loss, anti-inflammatory, allergies, and reduces tumor growth. Who knew, huh? What's up, Audrey? What's up, Tony? I see y'all watching. Hey, yeah, that's what's up. Okay, ocimene. O-C-E, mean. Woody, fruity, citrusy, right? It's uplifting, it's anticonvulsant, anti-inflammatory, antiviral, and antifungal. So this is the kick the shit out of everything terpene, okay? We did pinene, we did myrcene, we did carotene, we did terpinolene. That's also antifungal and antibacterial. Now, the sesquiterpenes, though, they're responsible for most of that scent, okay? Okay. So we're going to go ahead and move on to starting a seed, all right? So now that your brain is hurt. What's up, Dustin? Dustin Menezes. Welcome. Fun fact. Let's see what this is. But I don't know, is also a super strong herbal remedy for anti-cancer and super strong antibacterial. They sell it in capsules. Nice. Thanks for that, Jake. Appreciate you. Okay. So now we're going to go into starting seeds. I figured out what strain I wanted. Let me think here. Jake, what was that one you said? You're going the sativa vibe, huh? So Colleen, man, I would go with that. What was it? What was the blueberry? Was it blueberry? No, blueberry's 80-20. Jesus, why can't I think of this name? What was the name of the Blue Dream? Blue Dream. Yes. So Blue Dream's usually common. A lot of people want to have it out at all times. Try some of that or something similar. That's how I would go with it. Okay. But yeah, there it is. Thanks, guys. I totally brain dumped it. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and call these some Blue Dream. These are just hemp. All right. Just some hemp seeds. But for educational purposes, I'm going to go ahead and use these. What's up, TJ? The terpenes. Okay. Let me put this up here. So TJ is asking, when you activate or decarbylate, that makes it readily available for your body to absorb when you do edibles. Terpenes will burn off. Okay. The higher the heat, the quicker it'll burn off. The terpenes burn off in the sun. That's why, like, when you grow indoors, if in the morning when you open your tent, it smells so beautiful, but in the evening when you close your tent, all the smell's gone. The heat and the heat and all that stuff burns off the terpenes. So yes, heat will remove your terpenes, but the effects are still going to be in there, minorly. Like, unless if you took it fresh, you're going to get more of all that effect out of the terps. But if you cook it, you'll get a little bit less. But if you cook it at the right temperature for the right amount of time, you're going to do okay. All right. No worries, TJ. But good question, man. Okay, so we picked out some Blue Dream seeds, right, for this purpose. When I'm looking at them, I'm going to look for darker seeds. All right. Most of the time they'll have like little tiger stripes on them, but that's literally just a coating over the seed. All right. And those are just cells that have made like particular shapes. And it's like a snowflake. They're all individualistic. So if you don't see the tiger stripes, that's okay. It just means that they were handled. All right. And so I'm going to pick out a dark one and I'm going to squeeze as hard as I can in between my fingers. And that one just popped. So that tells me that was a bad seed. No sense in wasting your time on that, right? So I'm going to grab seeds and I'm going to squeeze in between my fingers till it hurts. It literally will hurt you if it doesn't, if it's a good seed. And so I got a good seed. Nope, that one cracked. Okay, there we go. So I wanted you guys to see that. Always check your seeds. I go grabbing that one. I'm going to shut everything down. Go check your seeds because they will break if they're no good. Okay. So now I'm going to have a little shot glass. Okay. This is going to be your strain name, a little piece of tape so you don't forget, because I forget all the time. So I'm just telling you what I do. So a little shot glass, if you will, doesn't have to be one like this, but I bought a kit of them from Amazon, a whole bag of them. That way that way I don't mess anything else up. Okay. Here we go. Let me answer this real quick. So what about the smell when the lights turn off? Because of that. Sometimes about 10 minutes after the light goes off, the whole room is filled with the most divine smell, like flowers and leaves. And so it smells a lot like that green, right? It's not so much the terpene, whether it be sweet basil or citrusy. It's more of that green smell, right? And I would suggest that's the chlorophyll maybe having at it. I don't know what to tell you on that one just yet. Photosynthesis. Yeah. But that's what I would go with that, Jake. Cool. Okay. So we got our cup. I'm going to go ahead and give it some water, right? Now, I didn't have to go up that high, but I did for this one, and I'm going to tell you why. So what you could do at this point with your water is you could have a dropper bottle, right, of hydrogen peroxide, okay? You want to do 3 drops of that in 1 ounce of water. This isn't quite 1 ounce because I don't use the hydrogen peroxide all the time. The hydrogen peroxide, the bubbles, apparently will help get the moisture into the shell of the seed, the hull, if you will. Okay. And so now that I have got my water together, I'm ready to add my seed. But before I do that, I'm going to grab my seed. And remember, the little shell on the outside is hard. When you get these hybrids, they're now figuring out that these new hybrids with multiple parents have really hard shells. And so you have to scuff them. And this is my little version of a scuff pad. What I have in here is a piece of sandpaper cut perfectly for a box or matchbox, right? I fit it down there in the bottom. And I like this one because it slides shut, right? And all I got to do is hold the edges. Shake that seed around. Give it a few seconds, 15, 30 seconds. All right. What this is doing is it's putting little scratches on that hole. And so in between those scratches, if you look at it with a microscope, you see that the water will be able to absorb a little bit easier. All right. So that's why I scuff. And you can also do this or you should do this with all your seeds. But old seeds, if you have I don't know, I've been hearing about these 1960s seeds and stuff. And so those, you want to scuff them. I scuff all of them just in case. Okay. So now we got 15 seconds or so in there. You just dump it in the water. All right. And now that seed will float. Okay. You can see the seed floating. Well, no, you can't. Either way, seed's floating. So what I do is in my grow tent, I put this up on the lights, right on the like sitting up there on top of the light. It sits at 92 degrees. Kind of just a coincidence, I believe. But I leave that in there until the next day. So in the morning, I would come in here and I will hit that seed with my finger and it'll go to the bottom if it's a good seed. Okay. If it just continues to float, get a new seed. All right. And then after that, or do we have any questions on that first? Any questions? Okay. Okay, Jeremy, give me one sec, brother. I'll go ahead and go back. If you have any questions, Jeremy, let me know, man. Did you miss anything? It's pretty easy to go over. All right, Jake, let me see. Okay, I fill my shot glass with an 1/8 H2O2 and the rest with RO. I've been having the outer shell come off prematurely, getting weak plants when that happens. Now I know. Okay, anytime, Jake. All right, and so good shit. All right, so Jeremy, if you missed something, let me know, okay, and I'll recover it. Okay, so remember, shot glass, seed, 3 drops of hydrogen peroxide, sitting up, or put it on a heating pad. You can put it on a heat pad as long as it's constant. The next day, 12 hours to 24 hours is the limit. Some people really get after, yes, Eric. Some people really say you can't leave it in there 24 hours. It'll be bad and it'll mildew and mold. I have never had an issue. Never had an issue with like if I do it in the morning, the next morning, that's 24 hours. And I've never had an issue. Okay. Where's that? I'm not seeing the question. Let me see that. I'm not seeing it. Let me look. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to find a question real quick. Come on, you. I'm not seeing it in here. I think she's over at. No. I'm not catching the question, man. Do be asking if different strains have different levels of terpenes. I think that's going to depend on the grow and the probably the viability of the seed first and foremost. So how strong the genetics are of the seed would probably matter. That's a little bit on the deeper side. I could probably, Joe, I believe they would all be the same depending on how you grow, right? I mean, each plant's got its deal, right? Gotcha. Okay. So I would suggest that they all should have their own specific types of terpenes and amounts of terpenes. Like say, for instance, if Mamma Mia has, I don't know, 4% myrcene, okay? The next Mamma Mia may have 3%. But another 80-20 strain that has myrcene in it may have 1% or 5%. Yeah, so they can all vary, sure. But that's where cloning comes in. Once you find a plant that has everything that you're looking for, start cloning it. You will keep that plant around. My Mamma Mia plants have been around for damn near 9 years now. The same pheno. So I've been taking a plant, taking a cutting, growing that cutting, finishing the old plant, growing the cutting up, taking a cutting, just the loop. And so I would suggest that's what you would need to do. Okay. Hope I helped and didn't confuse you, man. Yeah, genetics are locked in. Okay, good. Gotcha. Okay. So it has been 12 to 24 hours. my seed has sunk, and so holy shit, it sank. That's legit. Okay. Not supposed to do that. Okay. So now I'm going to act like I'm going to be putting the seed in the ground. Okay. So I have a cup like this, a solo cup. I took one of those branding irons, like soldering iron, literally heated it up and just made marks all around the bottom for drainage. All right. I put my name on it. That's the White Widow, right? That was from the 15th. So 5 days old. So we're going to act like this isn't in there. So with this one full of dirt, I have a red one that it fits into. The reason I put it into another cup is because I like to see the root development, right? That lets me know that she's ready for a bigger pot. This one isn't, of course, but I can tell that because I can see through. But if I leave this out in the light, this will get all green and mildew and moldy and weird stuff, right? So you got to keep her in the darkness down here, right? And then the light stays up here. Then you get another one, put some holes in it, and it fits perfectly over the top for your humidity dome. Okay. Now, once he hits that height, I take this off and they get to breathe just like all the others now. Okay. So that's how you would just take your shit. Let me try to here. Okay. So here, just don't think about the cup, but we're just going to make a little mark. Just a little mark in there, enough for that seed to go in. Can you see? Let me see if I can get it to my shirt. 1/8 of an inch. All right. Just that much. All right. And for me, I like to put the seed laying, not standing up on its butt or on its head, on its side, like it's laying down. If you look at a seed, you'll be able to tell what I'm talking about. Let me see if I can get a big seed in here so you can look. Okay, so that's going to be on its head. Oh, shit. Yeah, anyway, that ain't working. But anyway, you'll see. Lay it down flat. Make sure it's not the points aren't up or down. The points are going leftsies and rightsies, okay? I hope that makes sense for y'all. Let me try to get you one, Luke. Hold on, brother. Give me one sec, y'all. Let me send Luke something. There you go. Facebook user said seed lands on its side. There. Okay. Okay. So now we planted it. We just put the soil back over it. We watered it a little bit, okay? Just a little bit of water over the seed. Cap it. Usually 2 days you'll see movement. Sometimes 1 day. I've seen it within 24 hours movement on the soil and it pops up. I've seen it up to 5 days though, okay? Yes. And so I have soaked my seed for 12 to 24 hours. In between there, the seed has sank into the water. Okay, so I know she's ready. I've already gotten my soil together, right? I have this thing sitting by, just a cup, right? I put my seed in there, cover it up, give it a little bit of water, get her covered into this solo cup and the humidity dome on top, and then wait for a couple days and she'll pop. Don't water too heavy because remember, there's no root there or any plant really growing to be putting that in there. All right. So be careful with your watering. What's up, Luke? Let's see.
What's going on, y'all?
Do you have a list of all of the different ailments and which strain helps best for them? No, unfortunately, I don't. Colleen, it's kind of one of those things that as an individual patient, you're going to have to go look and and figure that out for yourself. Okay. We got to figure out what's going to work best for you. All right. Because like I said, what works for me may not really take that away for you. All right. Everybody's saying what's up, Luke?
Hey, Jay.
How you feeling today,
man? Man, I'm doing good. I'm doing great. I am in Milledgeville, Georgia. I am at Comfort Farms. If you guys don't know or haven't checked them out, go to their Facebook page, Comfort Farms. It is a veteran rehabilitative venue that you just go and kind of heal. It gives you a place to kind of namaste, I guess.
Namaste.
So it's a very peaceful place. One of my battle brothers from Fort Benning, John Jackson, is the founder of this place. It's named after Captain Kyle Comfort. He was killed in action by improvised explosive device. So the mission here is very personal. It's humbling. Piece of property it's got a vibe that's second to none. So you guys should check it out. And it's open to veterans. So if anybody's in this area or wants to travel, like I do, he's got a really, really nice place. Got 2 full 4-bedroom houses here that'll house veterans that want to come out and just kind of take a break, just a time out,
Right.
So I encourage you guys to look into John Jackson's mission here at Comfort Farms, and there'll be more content here in the next couple of days. But I'm glad to be here, man. How are you, Joe?
I'm good, man. Good. I had a hell of a day, man. Did a bunch of planting, getting ready for, I'm going to be doing, Lori and I are going to take a bunch of plants that we put together and take it down to the local market. And we're going to set up a little table and give them away.
I love it, man.
Yeah. So that's what I've been working on. We got our Roma tomatoes set up. We got our cherry tomatoes set up. I got my Devil's Ivy pothos set up for people. I got strawberries, plants. What else? Basil and cayenne pepper. Anyway, yeah, man, I've just been kicking at it. And sir, I'm super excited. I planted my rose bushes today. Man, I'm about to be doing some crazy shit with roses. There's a little story about my grandpa. My grandpa was real handy with plants, apparently. I never got to meet him. He died before I was born, but he had something to do with roses. And from what I understand, he took a yellow and a red and spliced them together and made a yellow red rose, and he called it Elmer's Gold. And so in Doc fashion, I am going to do this again. I will make this happen. And so that's the goal. I'm excited about it.
That's pretty exciting, man. I'm looking forward to that adventure, to watch you do it, because I know I've seen you do things with plants that it's pretty amazing. So, and I need to say something real quick.
What's that, Bubba?
Dude, your fucking chinny chin chin is looking legit, bro.
That's cool, man. Yeah, man. We've been working on it. I got pampered. I got to go get my beard trimmed up, and my hair did. And,
looking good, bro.
I've never had my hair blow dried until the other day. First time ever in my life.
Like a Treze May commercial, bro.
Yeah, man. Dude, I was legit enjoying myself, man. I was even thinking about getting a pedicure, man. I was like, hey, man, I think I need a pedicure.
Best feeling in the world, dude. I love my feet. Love it.
I was joking. That ain't happening, brother.
I'm serious, dude. It's not. It's for me. I love it. I love them.
Hell yeah.
Good stuff.
Hell yeah. Okay.
I didn't mean to interrupt your show, dude. I just wanted to stop in. I've been hooked up today. Wanted to stop in and say hi to the people and you and check in.
Well, good shit, man. Hang around, man.
Yeah. I'm not going anywhere right now.
What's up, Alex? Alex is my neighbor. He also grew with me when we were growing professionally.
What's up, Alex? Welcome.
Yep.
Glad you're here, brother.
Okay, so now we have planted our seed. Now let's fast forward, I don't know, a couple of weeks, okay? So now you guys can see the roots. I know as I go, you'll see little white lines in there, right? For my eyes, I can see them clear as day. And so we're going to put this into a 1 gallon. Okay. Now, these Maui Wowies are feminized, right? And so generally, I would put them in there like maybe 4 gallon or 5 gallon just right away. But I'm in the process, or I'm learning how to, not learning, getting in the habit of putting them in 1 gallons, letting the males and females go. That way I can kind of not waste as much dirt before I figure it out. Yeah. Okay. So now I have my 1 gallon pot. I have it what would you call that, Luke? Pre-prepared. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So I got a solo cup, then I put it in there and it kept a hold. See? So now let me get you turned over here so you guys can see this magic. It's really cool. Where are we? Okay. So now, legit just going to put my fingers under the leaves, right? You can see how she is, right? I'm not pinching anything. I'm just supporting. I'm going to be tapping around the edges, trying to break up the roots because they grab onto every little thing. You'll feel it fall, and you just pull off your stuff.
So, Joe, when you're doing that, I got a question for you.
Okay. And so now I'm just going to drop her right in the hole. She just fits like a glove. And then you just do a little bit of pushing. All right. Not too much, because the hole is absolutely perfect for this cup. There's not really much to mess around. You don't mess with the roots. Everything's really simple, and it's a really good process. So now I'll take this.
There you go. That's what I was going to say.
And then I add a little bit of water right around the lines, basically, of it. And then, since we got a Maui Wowie, don't forget to tag. I don't want to be picking up a Maui Wowie thinking it was Mamma Mia at 10 o'clock at night and then, have a bad night. You know what I mean?
Put me doing this in bed going.
Yeah, it's about right. Yeah. So let me go grab.
So I got a question for you. When you're transplanting from your solo cups to your 1 gallon pots, Joe, is it best to do that at the time before you water? Should you wait until your soil is a little bit drier to be able to pull it out of the cup easier to drop it into your hole?
Right.
Because I know that sometimes people will get to a point to where they will water their plant and they'll think, oh, I'm out of room. I really want to transplant, and they get in a hurry. And so they're going to try to pull that, and the water saturation in that soil is going to make a difference on how it comes out of the cup. And you set it, you want to try to, not stress the root system,
Yeah. So when you water a whole bunch and it's saturated, when you take it out of that cup, all that heavy soil will fall away from the roots and take the roots with them too.
Right.
And so, you don't want to like soak it down and then try to transplant. What I did was I watered these this morning lightly and then let it kind of soak out for over the whole day, because I knew I'd be doing this evening.
Sure.
And so it's not too wet, but it's not too dry. Everything just stayed together. You've seen how it was. It might even have been just a touch too wet because there was a little bit of flaking around the bottom. But anyway, we'll do this again and
good point.
See how this one goes. Okay. Again, sliding my fingers underneath of it, not pulling.
Hey, Joe, turn your camera to the right just a little bit. There you go.
Sorry, guys.
Thanks, Lori.
Give me 1
Got
second.
You can't see. We can't see you. Like I'm trying to tell you, we can't see you.
Well,
Doing it with the cut.
Yeah, I just moved it. Okay. So now we got that in there. I got one more to do anyway. So since I screwed that one up. Anyway, we got it back in there. Let me get her set up. A little bit of water around the edge.
Facebook user says, first live here. Welcome. Glad you're here, Facebook user.
Welcome.
Give us your name if you can. See who that is.
No, Joe, I don't use hot water. Let me see what we got.
Jake Lander said, hashtag smell my fingers.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to go get another one. We'll be right back.
Facebook user, you said first live here. Let us know who you are. Give us your name, please. Chris Peabody. Chris, welcome. Glad you're here.
Welcome, Chris. Welcome. Okay. Give me one second. Okay, so here we go, guys. We got another one, right? This particular plant is Pineapple Express crossed with White Widow.
Oh, yeah.
And now these Maui Wowies were from Sea of Greens, which, guys, now I don't know if you guys are aware, but it's now Chubby's, right? And so, but this was from Sea of Green seeds, the Maui Wowies were. All right. This one, Pineapple Express, I think it's F1 genetics. Okay. All right. So again, we're going to be pulling this out. See, that's too easy, man.
That is a great tip right there, guys. If you put that cup in there, put a little dirt in the bottom, a few inches, stick your cup in and pack your dirt around that clear cup. It's a game changer. So easy to transplant.
She's got a good root system. See that?
Oh, yeah.
All right. And she is in. It's too easy, guys. You see that? What's that? All right. Again, a little bit of water around the lines. And this is my Pineapple Express. Come on. There. And I have my Maui Wowie to put on real quick, guys. Give me a second. Yep. Now, I'm not usually one to grow sativas because I don't use them. But I have some really good genetics that are of the sativa variety that I want to experience. So I am going to get good with it.
So we have a question from a Facebook user who says, why don't you break up the roots a bit before putting them in? Do you have any?
I don't like.
Yeah, I don't
okay,
either.
I got you. Me personally, I don't like to mess with the roots. Now, if it was root locked, if it was root bound, like it was just a big old thing, yes, that's when you would want to break it up. But that root system had plenty of room to move. No need to mess with it because now you're going to give her a day or two of stunt and possibly give her some other shit. That ain't my game. I usually will be very, very easy with my cannabis plants. I've seen people throw them around. I've seen people bend them over, just really rough with them. I'm not. I'm not rough with my plants. I'm very, very easy going with them. I can see it on Facebook. I love that. What's M&W?
Maui Wowie.
Maui Wowie. Gotcha.
That's what I'm guessing.
I bet you're right. He did say he had some on the way.
Yeah. Jake, I'm curious to see how it turns out for you, bro. You have to keep us posted on your progress whenever you do get it started, man. Love to see that.
Hey, so I do a little bit of everything at different times of growth. Yes, I usually do top my plants. Some I don't. It just depends on what I'm doing. If the plant is already bushy, I won't top it. I'll let her grow as she needs to grow. If it's starting to spindle up and go really tall, I'll top maybe even more than 3 times. Okay. Bending them over, low stress training. Yeah, you can bend the top over. I'm not really a big fan of bending the tops over. I will usually start bending the lower branches out away.
Mm-hmm.
But that would be my take on that. But I have other plants that I was going to show you at different sessions. And we could talk a little bit about that too. But before I do that, I almost messed up, Luke. So I was talking about starting that seed and, and we started one in the little cup that I got, but There's other methods.
Yep.
So you have the paper towel and baggie method. Let's go over that. I'm not a fan of this. And the reason I'm not a fan of this is because on the little tail that comes out of your seedling, all right, that little tail, it has these microfiber looking shoots that come out that are also roots, and they grab onto things. That's how it pulls itself through, right? When you take that little seed off, it pulls all those hairs off. So you're doing damage to the roots like that. Now, I don't think it matters much. I mean, I see people doing it all the time, and they're beautiful plants. But it's the fact that I've just hurt that plant. I just try to go away from that as much as possible. So I went with this. There's literally no, and the little tail will come out in the water too. And so I just don't like the paper towel method. However,
which is the same kind of principle, I guess, would be not messing with the root system if you don't have to when you're pulling it from a cup to transplant. Because you're potentially breaking all of those little fibers from your root system away from the dirt that it's attached to, that it's pulling the nutrients in. And you don't want that.
Exactly.
As the plant gets older and starts to progress, it could feel like it needs more, I guess. It's living, man. They're alive.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay. So we got 2 seeds. That one broke. We got 2 seeds. Nope. 2 seeds almost. Hold on. Okay. 2 seeds. Try to get this in here so you guys can see. Let me do a little water first. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit just to weigh it down. I'm going to have hemp growing out of everything. Okay, so you guys see it? I just placed the seeds right on the pad. So now I'm going to get it in here.
Does anyone out there have any other methods besides the matchbox shake, scuffing, or the paper towel method? If there's any other way out there that anybody has, old school, new school, something you've tried, let us have it. Let us hear it. I'd like to know.
So there you go. Now it's in there. You'd want to put this up on your light, just like I would do with that. Keep it warm. You know, you can keep it dark if you like. I know if it has light, there will be mildews and molds that will, if the seeds don't pop and they sit in there for too long, too warm, you'll have little hair fibers, you know, mildews and stuff. So there's that. I don't get mildew in this water, you know, and I know that it's ready within 12 to 24 hours instead of 3-4 days in this. Anyway, personal preferences is everything, okay, guys? So that is the paper towel baggie method. All right. Any questions on that? I think they even make something that has like a zipper on it, and you open it up and it has like some kind of a mat in there that you put your seeds on and wet it down. I know they have something like that. I've seen them. I just don't know how well they work.
So Facebook user is saying soaking the seed first, but I don't recommend it. I have better success with the paper towel method.
Cool.
Some people, you know, some people have better better luck with other methods.
Exactly.
That's cool. Me personally, I've had better luck with the scuff with the sandpaper, soaking it in the water and hydrogen peroxide for, you know, overnight until the seed sinks.
Right.
I've had 100% success. Now with the paper towel, I have not.
I've had a lot of
about 75-25 on the paper towel method. So I don't know. It could be regional.
I know folks that put them in little saucers, like like a teacup saucer, and with a little bit of water in there, and they just lay their seeds in there and then have another saucer and go over the top of it. I've seen them do it many, many ways. And that is exactly what I've been trying to say the whole time I've been doing these shows is, man, my method may not work for you, but I try to give you the basic stuff, and you can go and pick and choose and develop your growing style. That's the whole key of this.
Look at you. So Zane, I appreciate the thank you. Someone else said, Luke, do you put the seed in your cheek before scuffing? Joe, hey,
interesting.
That's kind of cool that somebody else knows that besides us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that Animal Mother? Is that the better AI McGalliard?
Is it?
Yeah, I think that's Animal Mother. I think that I recognize that name for Animal Mother.
Oh, is he on here?
I think so.
That would be cool, man.
That's the Facebook user, I believe. Yeah.
Far out. I'm 100% with paper towel, and I lose most seeds. That's so Lori. Yes, Lori says, "Is that MCL Animal Mother? Are you here, bro?"
It is. Yeah.
Wow. I'm so glad you're here, man.
Welcome. Welcome.
No, Luke told me at dinner. Oh no, this is Al.
Oh, it's
This is
Al.
this is Al. This is yeah, man. Cool.
Al. Okay.
Is this
I was
Al
gonna
or
say, hey,
Lori? And maybe both. They're probably both watching together, which is cool.
well, hey,
I actually went and had dinner with them the other night at their home last night.
Gotcha.
Unbelievable time. Unbelievable people. Very, very, very cool encounter with some good people. He's a pharmacist.
Nice.
And he is really, really interested in the medicine.
Yeah.
He's really, really interested. They both are. And actually, I met a lady, or I'm fixing to meet someone. She's an elder. She's having a lot of issues with mobility issues, and she's looking for some help, man. She's kind of stuck in the pharmaceutical loop, and she just needs some relief. So this weekend, maybe, I hope, I pray, to meet this woman. Her name is Marcia, and she's open to just healing. She wants to be healthy. She doesn't want to hurt. She's got a farm here outside of Georgia, or right outside of here, not very far. She focuses on like herbs, anything you can grow. That's her. She loves it. I'm reading a book right now that she's written. It's kind of a biography. If you guys want to look it up, it's called "From My Perspective, It Was All Golden." Marcia Fort Heron, that's her name, and she is a really good soul. From the 120 pages that I've read about her biography, or her biography, is
Nice.
It's pretty stunning. So I hope you guys just maybe take a look at the book. I don't know if it's on Amazon or not, but I will find out. But
yeah,
good
let us know.
people. I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, and sorry, Al, about the mistake, man. I messed that up completely. Okay. Well, shit, man. We're already an hour.
We are hour and 6.
What were we at for? Those are 5 January. So it's 15 days old, 2 weeks old. I was going to show you some other ones real quick. Hold up.
What's everybody meditating with tonight? I know it's good.
Okay, I want to show you guys something. So I guess you could fast forward to 1 month. Okay, so we started the seed, then you saw one that was 2 weeks old. Now we're going to go another 2 weeks. Okay, and so we have these plants right here. All right, they're beauties. But what I wanted to show you was a side-by-side comparison. You guys can see how this one's taller than this one. These popped at the same time. When you see seeds that have popped at the same time, or same age, same strain and everything, there is a potential that this is the male in the group because he grows faster than the females. So I'm watching this dude. I'm going to think of him as a female for now, but I'm watching this one. And so little tip for you guys, if you start seeing others surpass in growth, you might want to be thinking about whether it's a male or female. If it's a regular seed now, if it's a feminized seed, don't worry about it. I wouldn't worry about it. There is like less than 1% of a chance, but there is a chance that feminized seed could be a male.
Oh man, we got some freaking fire blowing tonight, man. We got OG Kush, we got Jelly Breath, we got Snoop Dogg OG. And we got some folks kicking the feet up, buddy.
Oh, yeah. All right, I'm going to go put these up. Oh, and, I'm going to go ahead and just throw this out there. These are my cross of Mamma Mia and Afghani Kush. Oh, shit. These are going to be awesome.
Facebook user said, is this internodal difference?
There is probably a half of an inch.
I would say so, yes.
Can you guys see the difference? Well, you see the difference in the internodal spaces? That's the space between the leaves. Let me get this fucker turned right. The space between the leaves to the next leaf set, that's the internodal space. Okay? So right here, that is the internodal space. That one was longer than this one.
And both planted at the same time, correct?
Planted at the same time, popped
Right.
at the same time. Everything was the same. And so that's why I'm watching this one. She's beautiful though.
She is.
They just have really beautiful structure to them as well. I'm excited.
Facebook user says, Gorilla Crack Man rocks my socks.
Yeah. Gorilla Crack. Yeah. Yeah, Eric, man. It's going to be good. I can't wait.
Jake Lane said, bro, if you know, you know. That's right.
Okay. Well, I think that's about it for the beginning of our growing series. And so perhaps Thursday, maybe next Tuesday, we'll be able to do some defoliation videos or low stress training. I don't have anything right now at this point that I would really spend some time on low stress training or anything like that. So we might have to wait.
Before we get off, Facebook user is still asking a couple of really good questions. He says, what was it?
Was there any differences at the
difference
node?
in the node and on the stem when it comes to figuring out, trying to determine which one's a male or a female?
Okay. Yes.
Peter, yes, I can see you. Yes, Peter.
Okay, I'll be right with you, Colleen. 1 second. Okay, so with this one, if I'm looking at, this isn't the one that I think is a male, but right in here, right where these leaves come out, you can see where the leaves come out of it. And you have these little pieces growing in here. That's called a node. Now, right there above my fingernail where that little axillary branch is coming out, so right there, there will be little teeny balls, if you will. I can show you a picture. If you guys bear with me for a second, I will show you an actual picture of a male part on a cannabis plant. Got some really good close-up pictures too. Okay, go there, here. I had done a couple of videos of it. Okay. This is what it'll look like. You can see those little nipples right there. That is going to be the start of what a male is going to look like. You're going to have to look really close. I saw it, took a picture of it so I would be able to show you guys. But I have others that are, well, very, holy shit, I got a lot of pictures of cannabis in here, guys. I didn't expect to look for the male part. I would have had that out already, guys. My bad.
Anybody that's on here right now on the live, from now until midnight, post your pictures of your grow. Let's see them. Let's see what you got.
Hell yeah.
I'll put them up. I want to see what you have. Now until midnight. Anything after that? Nope.
If you see that, it's too late. Your whole room is already pollinated. But you can see all the little balls, if you will.
That's what
And
she
then
said.
that little flower opens up, just opens up and drops all of her pollen, okay? Still trying to get to the ones that, here we go, got them. All right, that's an up close picture. You can see how it's like a ball on a stick, right? It's just going to end up hanging as it goes. Little bit further away, you can see it. Okay, so right there at the axillary branch, it's going to be coming out right there at the node and axillary branch site. Okay, does that help? I think that's Joe that was asking that question.
So somebody said, how old was the plant before you noticed it was a male? Man, that is a really tough question. I can answer that one.
Go for it, brother.
Yeah, man, it can go. You can figure it out really quick to whenever that thing is in flower.
Yeah.
It depends on the strain, the genetics, that the climate that you're stress. If there's any has a lot to do with it. So it's really hard to say. To get an accurate answer, you would have to find a medicine that you like and really just buckle down and figure it out. Just find what it wants in order for it to know how long it would take for it to show male.
Right.
once you figure it out, it'll be pretty consistent with good genetics. I feel
good genetics and something that didn't come from a Hermes plant.
right.
If a plant is stressed out and it Hermes and it creates its own seeds, then those seeds carry that Hermes gene.
Right.
And every time it Hermes, it's even more pronounced in that gene or in that seed. Okay. And so if you have a Hermes batch of seeds, throw them. They're going to do terribly.
It's like a baby in a mother's womb on crack. It comes
what?
out.
What? Oh, I was like, wait, what?
What?
That caught me off guard, bro. I was like, wait, what? Is that a question?
Michael. Hey, Michael. Glad you're here, man. You just about missed it, bro.
I'm looking for that one real quick, and then I'll add to that last
Good
question.
to see you, man. Phone died. I just missed Jake. Phone. He said phone died. Hey, Jake, you can go back and watch, man. It'll be here.
Shit, come on. Anyway, the first picture I showed you that had those two little knobs, that's about the only way you're going to know while it's in veg. I had one plant in all my time in veg show that it had that pollen sac, like literally held out, and it was getting ready to pop open before I caught it. All I did was go in there and just start pulling off all the balls and then moved it out. But because I collected the pollen out of it, I end up doing that stuff. But anyway, you'll see something. It's not going to look the same. If you look at those spaces right at the nodes, you're going to notice there's some other kind of a growth there that doesn't belong. If you know your plant, that's how I tell early. Otherwise, you just kind of note it, and you'll know by 2 weeks in flower.
And two, you'll see the little hairs that come out. They'll be like they'll kind of come out and they'll look like a little horseshoe. Kind of they'll look like they're wanting to breed. Their legs open, right?
Right.
A male plant, it gets close, it's going to start twisting and start making those hairs. They're going to kind of come together and get really close and start to, kind of intertwine. That's another sign that you can really tell that, it's probably not something you're going to want to grow and keep an eye on, because there you go, right there. See how they're close, see how they're kind of coming together. They'll really start to come together and they'll start to cross even. Those hairs will start to turn colors and they'll twist and look all fucking weird.
Now, see, there's your little pistil, or there's your pistils, right? Your hairs and your calyx. That's the female organ, right?
Yep.
Now, it looks a lot like the male, but the male doesn't have those nice, pretty hairs grabbing the pollen out of the air.
Yep.
Anyway, okay.
Really good tip.
Let's see what this is. Flip. Egg sacs will form within 20 to 72 hours once you flip. Yeah, they should have already been pronounced, though, if you were on it.
You got to watch them, Mike. You know that.
Okay. Well, man, shit, we're doing good. We got an hour and 15 in, man. I think this is my longest show. Anybody got any questions for us?
Pretty good, man. Thanks, Jake. Glad you're here, bro.
Anytime, man. Anytime. We're going to be doing something else. I'll be doing something with growing, some tips and tricks on how to get our shit growing for this season. Okay. I think I wanted to mention to you guys about. Let me see what I wrote down. I got so much shit everywhere, dude.
Yes, Jake. Herms will happen before the flip if they're stressed.
Yeah, man. Like if they're stressed in their veg form.
Yep.
If you see seeds, it was more than likely something that happened in veg.
Light, it could be light protrusion from, maybe something coming through the tent, not being total dark. If you're doing an in-home grow, if you have a zipper that's weak or a window that's weak or something like that, or a vent hose that's coming out that has a light, that can cause a herm too, because they will fall. It's like an onion. If you've ever had an onion in your house that sits in a bowl or something on your counter, it will actually grow green towards the light, towards your door. And that's what it is. It's stress. It's looking, it's trying to gain nutrients. So yeah, you're correct.
Yep. Colleen. And so It's still good. The flower is still good. And so when it grows its bud, and so a female has been pollinated, now it has its bud or the flower up top, right? It'll start producing little seeds out of the top of it. That whole bud will be full with seeds if she was fully pollinated, right? And so you have to break up that bud to pull all the seeds out of it if you're keeping the seeds. And so you lose a lot there because you have to break up your bud, all the trichomes fall off of it. So what I do is when I breed a plant and I collect all the seeds, all of that cannabis or the usable trichomes on the cannabis goes into a pile, and I use it for bubble hash. And so I collect all the trichomes a different way instead of just rolling a joint, if you will. So
Jake,
that's basically what happens, Cully.
Jake, I'd like to see that article, man. I'm not trying to argue the fact. All I know is I've had plants herm from neglect, from light, because I was selfish by opening my tent, trying to cool it off or heat it up at night, just due to temperature. So I agree. I'm not saying that that's wrong. I would really like to read that article and see what it says.
Yeah,
for sure.
Now, like light leaks. So light leaks can absolutely stress your plant. Let's think of how often when you go outdoors at midnight, okay? If you walk outside at midnight, how often can you see a shadow from the moon? Once, twice a month? 3 times?
Yes.
Yeah, maybe 3 or 4 times. And so most of the time, even starlight is not that bright, okay? So as long as you don't get over your starlight amounts of light leaks, there shouldn't be any issues, okay?
A full moon will not trip a plant. You're correct. I believe that wholeheartedly. Absolutely.
And it has to be multiple times in a row. We only have a full moon once or twice, right? And
correct. Yeah.
So if you just kind of go along with that whole,
I wish I knew who that was. Who is that saying that? Who's talking, man?
That's Joe. That's Joe Schroner, or Joe Schroner was in here on that. He said it was Facebook user for him, I believe. Let me get in here.
Okay. Hey, Joe. Okay.
Yeah,
I knew it was somebody with some brains, man, because I was like, this dude's not talking that kind of stuff with that. Like, he's got to be OG. Yeah, that's Joe. What's up, Joe?
Okay, bubble bag tutorial. Okay, so check it out. I have a bunch of stuff that I have the opportunity to do bubble hash. I have enough weight. I just need to do it. And so it'll more than likely have to be during the day. I can either make a recording or I can go live on maybe a weekend. You guys let me know when that would be good. And we need to find a happy medium where everybody would be able to get in there, okay? I've done a couple of them, but I'm going to be doing another one. So, and if you guys want to see it, I can make that happen. Okay. Yeah.
Dude, good show.
Cool, man. All right. Well, I think we did pretty good. You guys have any questions? Don't be afraid to ask them right here, and because I will see them and I will come back to see what you've asked. Okay. It's easy. It's a little time consuming. Oh yeah, it's pretty easy. I guess the biggest trouble for me would be lifting the 5-gallon buckets and pouring them out. The 5-gallon buckets of water.
I'm gonna try to get there, bro.
Cool. Yeah, I can make it happen. It just wears me outside after a while.
I enjoyed that last round, man. Yeah, for sure.
Well, hell yeah. Yeah, man. I enjoy it too because we get to play with it afterwards.
Yeah, it was nice.
That's always a blessing. Yeah. All right, cool. Okay, so weekend show. It seems it's going to happen here pretty soon. Maybe not this weekend, but we'll get her done and we'll be letting everybody know. Okay, guys. All right.
Thanks, guys.
All right, so everybody, thank you for showing up, and we appreciate you guys. Okay.
Thank y'all.
All right. So till next time, y'all. Happy growing.